know what we were talking about.
Should we stare straight into the camera the whole time? Can I do the intro this
You
time?
can do it. Do it. It's all you.
Hello and welcome to Parking Lot Radio. We are your hosts, Sunny Side Up is that one, and I'm Rachel Bell. And we don't have a guest today.
Yes. We are alone.
So do you even have notes on your computer, or are you just looking at your text?
No, I'm just looking at Twitter right now.
Anything good?
Trying to see what's popping. So right now, Skinny Batman is trending.
What does that mean?
Let's find out.
We just go over the Twitter trends. For those listening or watching at home, we've never done an episode without a guest before, so just bear with us as we learn and understand this format.
Yeah. I think I can't figure out why Skinny Batman is trending, but maybe
it's a code for something.
I see a lot of football videos when I look through the trending thing.
I don't know why I automatically assumed you meant soccer when you said football. I guess because there's so many hardcore Europeans on Twitter.
Oh, it's like when you say film instead of movie.
Film. Yeah, I work in film. What did you do today, Sonny?
What did I do today?
Did you wake up at 6 a.m. and watch Entourage?
No. I actually woke up super late. I was at a crazy show last night. Oh my God.
What show?
It was called, I forgot what it was called, but it was made by this guy, Andy Ruffles. He's like a 3D artist.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically like a VR / music show. That's where GFOTY played last night.
Where was it?
That's why she was here. It was at this place called Zero Space. So basically, all the artists had.
Oh yeah, I saw you tweet last night. Is anyone at Zero Space or something? And I was like, I don't even know what that is.
I was
Sonny's
there
on
by
some
myself.
Other shit.
Because what's her name was Polly was GFOTY, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll just call her Polly. I went there with her, and she was like backstage and like practicing
That's
and everything.
the worst.
So I was walking around by myself. And basically, it was a show, like the artists that were performing, some of them had, like, you know, those motion capture suits with like the little balls.
Yeah, I've seen the behind the scenes.
So they had
of Avatar.
balls, and they were, exactly. And they were singing, and they were projecting on the screen while they were singing, but it was like a cool 3D thing.
Sick. Where is Zero Space? In the city?
No, it's around here.
Oh.
And then another performance, one girl was performing, and two girls were boxing. But since they were wearing the suits and the screen was showing in the background, it looked like a boxing video game.
Oh, sick.
And there was like points
Dang, that
going
sounds
up.
Fun.
Yeah, it was a really cool show.
I feel like you're always going to cool stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
always like, that sounds fun. I'm going to stay home.
Well, I wanted to see GFOTY play.
Yeah.
And she had two different sets it was kind of like a musical.
Mm-hmm.
She had two different sets, and it was crazy.
Fun.
Yeah, I got kicked out of the VIP section.
Why?
I don't know. It was very embarrassing.
You weren't clouded enough?
It was very embarrassing. I've never been in this situation. Basically, like I had like the half VIP wristband, and somehow like they let me backstage, and I was talking to Polly, and then some girl comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, who are you?" I thought she was like introducing herself to me. I was like, "Oh, hi, I'm Sunny." She's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like,
No.
I'm here with Polly, GFOTY. She's about to perform. She's like, "Oh, I'm the production coordinator. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave."
Damn. Was there anyone even
like,
cool
really?
back there, Sonny?
It was literally just the artists that were playing.
Yeah.
Like nothing was happening.
Yeah.
Like they were just putting on makeup and stuff. But I was like, really?
That's funny that you
she was
thought
like,
she
yeah.
was introduced. I would have done the exact
I was like being
same
all nice.
thing.
I was like completely oblivious. And then
Yeah, of course.
And then I ended up just chilling in the crowd by myself.
Yeah.
And I saw someone I knew, saw a few people I knew.
Yeah.
And it ended up being fine.
I feel like something we have in common is that we have like a lot of friends who do like creative stuff, and it's such a real thing to go see your friend perform, but because they are doing their job, you're just by yourself the whole time.
Yeah.
Like even if you get to sit in like the green room or whatever, it's not necessarily the funnest.
They're still working, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And the night before, actually, I was really bored. So the night before last night, I went to the comedy club, The Stand.
Oh yeah, you go there a lot, right?
Yeah. And
You have a standing
I
reservation.
went there by myself. had like two.
We need honestly, a rim shot on the MIDI board.
It was really good. I saw this guy Derek Gaines. He's hilarious. He's my favorite comedian to see there. He performs there a lot.
Sounds familiar.
And I ended up seeing like 3 different people that I know there, like at the end of the show, and then like it was fun. I've been just going out by myself because like
that's sick.
I like stayed home for so long, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just like sick of being home.
I always stay home a lot. And now that I have like a 9 to 5 again, it was my like first week last week, so it's been an adjustment.
Yeah. So what's your job exactly?
Okay. Yeah. So I'm head
What are your deliverables?
My deliverables? No, so far nothing. So far my deliverables are vibes because I'm still just like learning everything. But like my work history, but for the people in the back who don't, all my work experience in marketing and social media and stuff has been for tech companies, and this one is a retail store that's going to sell like state licensed weed and also like cool stuff.
What other stuff, like
home decor and like
is it like stoner home decor?
No, it's like cute. It's going to be in a like lower Manhattan, so it's like matching the vibe, like it's going to be really curated, kind of like Tota Kylo or like Colette, or like Dover Street Market.
So like more of like a good place to like go and hang out, like an activity.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like a destination, and then there's going to be like nice things from like cool brands that maybe are hard to find in New York.
Right.
So
exotic goods.
Yeah. So it's going to be like my first time working on something that you can like hold in your hand rather than an app.
Like a digital.
Yeah. Or marketing something that has like a place you can go.
Yeah.
Instead of
just marketing to
like the fact that I'm going to be able to go somewhere and interact with like the audience I'm trying to reach is so crazy to me, because it's always just been people looking at their phones.
Yeah. And also like usually like when you have a social media job, like there's no limit to what you have to do to get people there's no limit to the people you want to see you're like
there's no you're not demographic line. Specific really.
Not even that. Like there's no finish line. We have to get followers and we have to grow the page. Like there's no like clocking out really. It's just like a never ending race.
So maybe the fact that there's like a physical space will like give me a little more work-life balance, but mostly I'm just like I don't think I ever really sat down and thought about how limiting it was to like the fact that I've been able to do as well as I have advertising things that you have to take like 2 sentences to describe.
Right.
Like, well, it's an app that blah, blah, blah. And people who I can only reach when they're looking at their phone. Yeah. Like the fact that I've been able to.
Now you're kind of getting out of the internet.
Yeah. It feels like it's going to be easy peasy. Because if we're having a slow fucking day, I'm going to take a picture of a thing in my hand and put some funny words on, if I can phone it in if I really, really need to.
Yeah. I feel like it's definitely like an upgrade as far as work, but also like less work because you're so experienced.
I think I wouldn't even say like less work, but like way more potential to do stuff
for growth.
Yeah. And I have a friend who does social for that company Unbound that makes their own like sex toys, and they like patent them and stuff. And I used to watch her TikToks and be like, man, it'd be so nice to make a marketing video where you can hold the thing that you're trying to sell in your hand.
Right.
Instead of be like, hello, we are the service that.
Right. We do this, and that. It's like usually things you didn't even know you needed.
Yeah, like I was doing fucking jumping jacks and like backflips trying to reach people, and now it's going to be a little bit easier, I think.
I wish I was able to advertise like bongs and like weed products.
Yeah, I think that's one of the challenges is that because it's going to have legal weed, like.
Well, that's why they have to have all the other things.
Yeah,
so
it makes it easier.
They put that at the forefront. Then they're like, by the way, we.
Well, I think it's kind of funny because like if a place sells weed, you have to get carded to go in. So the idea that you're going to get carded to go in somewhere where you can also buy like a candle is like kind of.
What's the store called?
It's going to be called Gotham.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's not going to open for a while, so I think we're going to try to open on 420.
Hell yeah!
But yeah, I'm excited for it.
We should do a party there.
Yeah. This guy,
DJ.
This guy, yeah, okay. This guy, actually, honestly, that's a good idea. This guy that I work with is gonna do a bunch of like event programming. It's a cool space.
Yeah,
it's big and it has like a loft on the 2nd floor.
If you need any help with that, I would definitely DJ and get you some cool visual artists too.
Okay, that sounds fun. We're meeting with like a PR team soon, but I was like, I want to be in charge of influencers. I don't want a PR firm doing influencers.
Oh, yeah.
I want to do that myself.
Yeah, I think you know enough.
Yeah, I don't need like a girl doing a get ready with me that has an ad for our store. Get ready with me. Bud provided by.
Yeah, like how are you even gonna, I guess there's definitely ways like an influencer can come in and just like show his experience or their experience.
I think that's actually part of the pro of like having things you can buy there that aren't pot. Because like if you have 1 million TikTok followers, you're probably not going to want to make a video of you buying weed, even if it's legal.
Yeah. Yeah. And also there's like exotic stuff. So like you could show something cool and it'll go viral.
It's been cool to like, I've never obviously done anything in retail. So like to sit in the office and have them like, what about these candles or like this perfume or like these handbags? It's like shopping, but not spending money.
Right. And the decisions are so like, they're not going to make or break business. They're just like
it's just like, oh, this might help, and if nobody buys it, then we'll try something else.
It's like I feel like this job is probably like not as much stress on your head. Like
the only thing is the commute.
The commute. How long is it?
I've been working from home for so long, and it's like 45 minutes now.
Yeah,
that's been an adjustment.
You know, I've been working from home since 2017. So like the idea of even commuting sounds like I like kind of romanticize it in my head sometimes. Like, oh, like imagine waking up,
I mean,
getting coffee.
I've been getting a lot more
to work,
reading done.
I can't even imagine doing that.
Like it's nice. And I want to be a person who wakes up early.
Yeah.
Like I haven't slept past 10 o'clock in like 9 days, and that's crazy for me.
Yeah. I'm definitely I'm naturally an early bird.
Yeah.
But also sometimes I like to stay up really late.
Yeah.
So
I always love to stay up. That's the problem that I'm having now, is that I'm trying to be an early riser without giving up staying up late. So like I'm like going to bed at 2 and the alarm goes off at 8. And that's not, I don't think, long-term sustainable.
I don't know. I think that's a pretty good, I could survive a day on 6 hours, I think.
People who love me will testify to the fact that like I can do 10 or 11 hours undisturbed, you know.
Of sleep?
Yeah, regular. I could do it every day of the week.
I wish. I don't even like, the only time I use alarm clocks is if I have like a flight that I have to wake up early for.
Yeah.
But normally, like, I never need an alarm clock. Like,
dude.
I wake up at the same time every morning, no matter what, and I could just decide if I want to go back to sleep or not. It's very weird. But I also don't have any, like, responsibilities.
Yeah, you're your own boss.
Yeah, so there's no one, like, you know, waiting for me to wake up.
Wait, I have a question, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but do you have health insurance? I was thinking about what it's like to be your own boss, and do you pay for it yourself? Yeah.
I don't have a job technically.
Yeah, so my God, no way. Beep beep beep, censorship bar.
Thanks, Obama.
So sick. I used to say thanks, Obama, when I would go fill my birth control pills and they'd be $0. I'd be like, thanks, Obama.
Yeah.
He did that. That's so sick, actually.
Yeah, I do have insurance. I mean, it is Obamacare, but
Obama.
NYU takes it, so I'm good.
Oh yeah, then NYU Langone. Is that how you say that?
Langone. That's where I had my surgery. I was there for a week.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm convinced this week. You know, okay, watching back all the podcast episodes, I'm I'm a person who goes in phases. So there'll be like 2 weeks where I'm obsessed with a thing.
Yeah, me too.
And watching back the episodes, I can remember what those phases were.
Me too.
But one of my current phases is I think I have carpal tunnel syndrome.
Really? So you're just like researching it, seeing if all your like symptoms match up?
Yeah. And in 2019, I got food poisoning from Vanessa's dumplings and I fainted.
No way.
Yeah.
I love that place.
I know, it's really good. I haven't eaten it since, obviously, but like
the one was it?
The one in Williamsburg.
Okay.
Yeah. But I fainted. I fainted on my own hand. And I had to wear a brace on my right hand for like 2 weeks. And that same hand has been bothering me a lot recently. And I'm convinced that I'm going to have surgery.
Wait, so do you have insurance now? If you don't mind me asking?
Starting February 1st, I do. That's part of why I stopped being freelance.
Damn.
I know.
But couldn't you get Obamacare on freelance?
Yeah, I could have. I just was like, I'm not going to start it. I think I'm going to get a full-time job. But also, you know, I mean, I guess I'll talk about this on the podcast. I had MRSA for like 2 years, you know, so I really would like to have insurance in case.
What is that exactly? If we do you not want to
No, I'm fine with it. Okay. I just don't know how much people want to hear about it. It's
we can talk about it.
It's antibiotic resistant skin infection. And like apparently like 30 million people have it but have no symptoms. But yeah, if you get like a little like bump, you basically, it doesn't react to like almost any antibiotics. So I just had this keep coming back for like 2 years, and they kept trying different meds and stuff, and it was a fucking nightmare. But I think I mean jinx or whatever, but knock on wood, but I'm not gonna, because it'll mess with the recording. I think I might have cleared it, so
yeah,
we'll see.
That's good.
After like 8 different antibiotics.
Yeah, I'm finally like back to normal. I had like my gallbladder removed a few months ago.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what it was. And
yeah,
I thought it was kidney stones, but no, gallbladder.
No, it was gallbladder stones. So that's why they had to remove it, I think.
Is a gallbladder, they removed your whole...
Yeah.
It's one of those things you don't actually like really need, right?
What it does, it like regulates the fat in your body. So like it filters the fat or so whatever. So like after they removed it, they told me not to eat anything with fat for like a month. So like I would eat like
crackers,
0 fat.
What I would eat,
like no fat yogurt or like non-fat yogurt.
Skim
Literally,
milk.
I just had frozen yogurt.
For how long?
For like 3 weeks.
Dude.
Because like I'm usually like my willpower isn't that strong.
Yeah.
But like I tried to eat something greasy, and I was just after the surgery, I was like, fuck it, I'm not listening to them.
Yeah.
I tried it.
Oh, it made you sick?
Yeah.
I
was like,
imagine.
all right, I'm not gonna eat
You're
that.
like, damn, the gallbladder was actually doing something.
Yeah. So it kind of like, I was actually on a good diet for that. I should go back to that diet.
Yeah,
it was a good diet.
I've been making a concerted effort to eat better.
Yeah.
And it does feel good. I hate that. I'll be like, oh, people say like, yo, moving your body and eating vegetables, it feels good. And I think I just have this like petulant early 20s attitude where I'm like, no, I'm a grown up. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
And then you actually take that advice and you do feel better.
Yeah.
And it's upsetting.
I think I'm in a phase right now where I'm just like comforting myself with all the food I couldn't eat for that time.
Yeah.
So like I should probably just go back to the diet then.
I can't remember if I said this last episode or if it's just one of the like current cyclical memes that I'm going through, but I have not eaten a bagel this year. I know it's only January 29th, but I told my boyfriend I think that's the longest I have gone without eating a bagel since I first ate a bagel in my whole life.
When did you first eat one? Do you remember?
I mean, probably like 7 years old. Like I have loved them my entire life.
You know, I met someone one time who came to New York from Texas. I think he was from Dallas, and he had never eaten a bagel before.
Oh, yo.
He didn't even know what it was.
What? Where in Texas is he from?
I think either Austin or Dallas.
No, he can't be from a fucking city and have never had a bagel. He's probably from like some random ass place we've never heard of.
I don't know. I was mind blown by the fact that he never
heard of it.
Heard of a bagel.
My therapist, I actually was just talking to him about bagels, and my therapist went to college in Belgium or something, like a small town in Belgium. And he told me, usually it's me talking about myself, but he took a brief aside and told me that when he was in college in this small town in Belgium, he found out that his friend had never had a bagel, his Belgian friend. And his friend was like, yeah, no, to me, they're just like a thing you see on TV.
Wow.
And my therapist was like, well, we have to get you one. We'll find one. And he looked it up, and the closest place to get a bagel was in Bruges, 6 hours away.
Oh my God.
And so they took a train or rented a car or whatever, and they got there, and it was this little cafe. They were very proud of the fact that they had bagels. And of course it sucked. Like it was like the worst bagel he's ever had. He was so excited to show it to his friend. He said it was like round bread. It was just bread in a circle.
Yeah.
Have you ever made one?
Made a bagel?
Yeah.
I haven't made a bagel, no, but I have watched videos of people making them.
It's fun to do at home. Maybe you should do some beep, beep content about making your own bagel.
Honestly, I see people make like, one time I saw someone make a cauliflower bagel. Oof.
No. Like, it's a recent thing. The cauliflower replacement.
Because everyone's trying to just like replace bread with anything they can.
Yeah.
And it's literally like, it was... I didn't try it, but it did not look good.
It's not happy making.
Yeah.
I don't think that's good.
I think I should make it for fun though.
Oh, wait. Well, for a video or something.
Yeah, for Boys Who Can Cook.
Yeah, that's what I was censoring earlier. I didn't know if we were going to be overt.
You could say, if people are watching this.
Wait, I wanted to ask.
They'll figure it out.
Like I said before we started recording, I've been rewatching all of our episodes. And I'm curious what episode you would say you had the most fun at. No shade to any guests.
It's hard. Honestly, I really did have fun on all of them. And not that they're all a blur, but they all had like different moments in it where I think were really fun.
I watched back the very first one we did with Ace, and I was like, wow, I barely remember any of this. I was nervous.
Me too. Like I could tell my voice in the beginning is like a little shaky.
Yeah.
And then little by little, as I listen to every episode, like I get tighter and tighter.
I was like nervous laughing a lot in our very first one. Also, I remember I didn't know there was going to be a video component, so I was like, fuck, I hope I look cute.
Yeah. I like when I first had the idea to make a podcast, like I was like, no way I'm doing video, just audio, because like I've been anonymous like this whole time. And then
I was curious why you.
And then I decided, let me just like record the video just so I have it.
Yeah.
More as like
how are we gonna make
archival thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are we going to make trailers? But also, I just wanted to have it just in case one day.
So that when you're on your deathbed, you can look back at videos of us having happy memories.
Exactly, yeah. Or realistically, in case someone came and was like, we want to buy all this IP.
Yeah.
I could just
that's a smarter
It was
reason.
more of like a business decision kind of.
Yeah.
And then I watched the video back and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I can't hide forever.
Also, it's like, what kind of promo content are you gonna make if you don't have the video? Like, do you want me to make stick figure animations?
Well, the promo videos that go on Instagram still aren't gonna have my face.
Oh, I think what's it gonna be? You're gonna put an egg over it?
We're not gonna sometimes we're gonna put an egg over it, but what we're gonna do is we're just gonna replace that section with like a GIF or like something else that relates to what we're talking about.
Can you replace me with like a, I don't know, a pornographic image of a woman?
Saying it. Sorry. But the reason why I'm doing that is
can you make me look like I'm an avatar? It's
still not doing an admin reveal. Yeah. And if people want to see what I look like,
they can go find it.
Yeah. So I still don't consider it an admin reveal.
Well, I also don't think like.
Sorry, guys.
I don't think it's. I would be nervous if I were you to like after all this time post an image of myself.
It is weird, and I mean like to say that I'm worried would be kind of conceited because that means that I think that this podcast is going to be huge automatically, which I don't know what it's going to be. But like, I think I'm at a point where I've been doing it for so long. And like the only way to, get to the next level of a career in media is to do another form of media.
Well, I was thinking about it today and I was like, it's savvy. Like I would have understood if you had tried to do something like this earlier. But
we did a little bit. We tried once like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean like I think you're so like firmly established in your lane now that like there's just very likely to be any risk to diversifying. God, that sounds so like businessy. Sorry.
I also like it took so long. I always knew like I wanted to do a podcast obviously with you, but it took us so long to like nail down a concept.
Yeah.
And I think one night it literally happened because of Ace. Because one night I was just listening to Early November and I made that meme and then he liked the meme. And then I was like, you know what? I know everything about this guy, this band. I have all his albums.
There must be something I can do with this knowledge.
Exactly. Yeah. And we were already talking because I started talking to him because of the meme, basically.
Yeah.
And I showed him my music and he really liked my music. So he wanted to work with me on music.
You're just like so good at getting to know people and like you're so approachable that like it just makes sense for you to be in conversation.
So before even working on music with him, I was like, if I work on music with him and then I do the podcast, we're going to be too close for me to really, So I was like, let me interview you first and then we'll work on music.
Yeah.
And then we finally just finished the intro for my EP that we've been working on since like the summer.
Have you been recording that at his studio or like remotely?
I recorded everything myself at my apartment and then he didn't really do any writing. He's more like helping with the arrangement and mixing and mastering. Yeah. So I brought all the files to him in the summer and we started it, and then I went back like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That's cool that he was like
to finish it off.
The inspo for the podcast and also our very first episode.
And yeah, but also the song that he worked on, it really sounds like the early November.
Cool.
It's like, so he like loved it, but it obviously had like, I have my own twists. Like,
yeah,
I finally figured out what my genre is. It's Dreamo, dream pop and emo.
Dreamo.
So we're calling it Dreamo.
That's sick.
So it had a lot of his like emo stuff that he would do in his like emo genre, but obviously I add like electronics and like
reverb.
Yeah. I know. I mean, like I had like a lot of synths and stuff that which he doesn't normally do in the early November stuff, but he was able to make like my rock section sound like the early November.
Yeah, he was a very good first guest because he just like
he was an open book.
Yeah, he was an open book. He was so nice. And it was funny when I was watching it back, there were like 2 instances where he was like, when he was talking about like their music video, he's like, I'm not going to say what video I didn't like, but we'll call it video A. And I was like, dang, he's like not naming names, but he's like giving us some tea for our very first. And I think if I had been like more comfortable, I might have been like, can you give us a hint?
Yeah. I mean, like I knew what he was talking about. And if anyone's like a fan, they'll know what he was talking about.
Dang.
And also like,
I'm outside.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. Either way, they could ask in the YouTube comments. But
that's true.
I think the most surprising one that we did for me was Jeff.
Yeah.
Because like I've known him for like 7 years, but anytime we've seen each other, it was like at a concert or like.
Yeah, you haven't been able to like get deep.
Yeah, we haven't been able to like have a conversation. It's just like, yo, what's up, man? Good to see you, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah, I was blown away by him. And like when I'm making this super cut of me like laughing in all the episodes to post on IG when it launches, there's one clip that I'm using from, I don't even remember the context, but we were all cracking up. Like it was like a serious laugh.
I also, like I said, I didn't know him so well, so I don't know like his personality, if he's like moody, if he's like in a good mood all the time, bad mood, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, I think everyone we've had has always been in a good mood.
Yeah, and it hasn't felt like stilted or hard. It's funny making this video, like the first 20 minutes are the times when I'm like laughing the least, but you can tell when everybody just like gets into the groove.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really happy with I'm really also like, you know, these guys, I've been looking up to these guys since I was like legit 12 years old. Like Thursday, I never thought in my life I'd be like sitting next to him and you know,
would you say like
music.
Blink 182 is like your holy grail of podcast guests? Or like Tony Hawk?
Yeah, I think so. I think they would be good. I also don't know because there's so much that everyone knows about them.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. First of all, with Blink 182, I wouldn't know where to begin. It would be like
a 5,
it would
6, 7
it would be
hour.
really hard.
Yeah.
So like, obviously, like I want to get there, but I don't want to have them all 3 at once. I want to have them all 3 separately.
Individually, yeah.
Because they'll have their own stories and
I had another question for you. My mom was trying to look at who follows you on Instagram today, and you have it set so that only you can see, I guess.
Really?
I don't know. That's what it said, but my mom's not. I mean, my mom's pretty tech savvy. Sorry, Linda.
Is it maybe on my personal Instagram?
No, I think it was your main one. Yeah, I think it's your main one. But I was just curious, can I ask you like who's some people who follow you that are cool?
I don't know, a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, I assumed that was the answer.
I don't want to sound like, you know, like bragging or anything, but you know, pretty much anyone famous.
Wait, can I say someone and you can tell me if they follow you?
Yeah.
Okay. Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
John Mayer.
Yeah. I've actually spoke to him a few times. He's really cool. I saw him. I like hung out with him once at a party. We were at the same party.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was cool.
Wait,
he was asking me questions. He was like, no joke. He was like, wait, so you have all these followers and no one knows what you look like?
Must be nice.
He's like, that's really cool. I'm like very jealous of you. I'm like, John Mayer is
I don't know what John Mayer's speaking voice sounds like, but I feel like you just did a good impression.
And yeah, I was literally at like a Hollywood party. Like this actress invited me to like a Christmas party.
Yeah.
So literally a lot of Hollywood people were there. It was cool. And he introduced me to like one of his exes. I won't name her. But he was like, oh, this is this.
Blee, 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 blee.
And then this is Sunny Side Up. And she was like, oh, my friends always send me your memes. I'm like, damn.
It's so surreal. Wait, can we keep playing this game?
Yeah.
Does Drake follow you? No, yeah, because I remember when somebody mentioned it on the pod. I was
joking.
like,
but his photographer follows me.
Oh, what's that guy's name?
Theo
Scudra. Yeah, damn, I should have known that. What about like Jordan Peele?
Jordan Peele follows me, yes.
Okay. Tony Hawk probably follows you.
Tony Hawk, yeah, we're friends. Like, I could confidently say I'm friends with him. Like, we've hung out a few times.
Okay, I can't keep going.
I could text him. But yeah, I didn't ask him to get on the podcast yet because I wanted to
be established.
Yeah, I wanted to be out there. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see like how other people are reacting to it.
But if we get like, it's good that we're going slow.
Yeah.
Because if we suddenly had Tony Hawk on the podcast, I need to like incrementally learn how to play it cool.
Yeah.
As the guest.
Tony Hawk, honestly, like he's like.
Yeah, he seems pretty.
So
where is he from?
Grounded. I think Santa Barbara.
Okay. Duh.
Oh, well, that's where I'm pretty sure that's where he lives. I don't know if that's where he's from, but he's definitely from California. But
of course.
He was so literally like the nicest, like most down to earth dude ever. Like,
yeah, I guess I asked where he's from because he gives me Midwest vibes.
He definitely sounds like a Midwest guy. Yeah.
Yeah, just that like gentle masculinity of a Midwestern man.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that for the next 20 minutes?
Of Tony Hawk? Yeah.
Just
I could talk about him for days. But yeah, he was really nice. He like invited me to this skate video premiere for Birdhouse a few years ago.
Wow, Birdhouse. Haven't thought about that in a minute.
Yeah. And he sent me like a skateboard. He like, I don't know, he was really nice.
Damn.
And it was cool. It was like a dream come true just getting invited to a fucking skate video premiere like from Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
But this was
That's
also
like a dream you have at night in your bed sleeping.
Yes. This was also like 2017. So it's like,
yeah.
I passed all my dreams. Like I have no more dreams anymore.
Funny.
I fulfilled all of them.
No, because there's more.
Yeah, there's some more.
I just can't think of them right now. I'm glad to be able to like ask you this and these questions in this format because I feel like you are such a chiller and not a bragger for someone who's like done very cool things. That like I'm glad that this format exists so I can ask you this stuff.
Yeah, I don't like to. No one likes a bragger.
I probably would be tempted to be one if I like had done a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. I try not to let it get to my head.
I don't think it has gone to your head. I think you're extremely chill.
Yeah, even though it's like not even, I mean, I always say like it's not even that anything, but I guess when we had that conversation with Dan, I realized like it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and Blake said the same thing where he was like, you found one of his early videos and posted it. So you're kind of like I can't think of a good example who wasn't like a evil person.
Well, yeah, I've handed plenty of people careers, like John Truly. Yeah, like I'm not like bragging or anything. No, like he'll say this too when we have him on the podcast. Yeah, like literally, I saw him on Facebook. I was like, hey, you post really funny memes. You should make an Instagram account, and so I could tag you. I already had followers at that point. Yeah, and he like when he first started on Facebook, that was when he first ever started on Facebook. Yeah. Like he didn't have one when he was 12.
Yeah. He was like, just like, oh, okay.
He made a Facebook as like a 25-year-old, like drunk. Yeah. So he didn't know like anything about social media. He didn't even like know what Instagram was. He hardly even knew what it was.
That's so wild.
I was like, dude, get Instagram, make an account so I could tag you so that you could maybe make something of your life.
You're just like, you're like giving people legs up. It's cool.
And also like, he was literally working construction. Like he had no ambitions. He still has no ambitions whatsoever. But he wasn't even that.
But he doesn't have to.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't really that motivated to make money. But he was just really funny. Yeah. So he was like, "Why not? I'll just do this." And
I'm doing it for free.
Yeah. He's like, "This guy says I can make money. Like, why not?" What were you gonna say?
Do you remember when you first got on Facebook? Do you remember?
Yeah, I mean, I first got on Facebook in like 2007 or 2008.
Was it back when you had to have I'm pretty sure there was a period where you had to have an invite, right?
Oh no, I wasn't on it that early.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I was on it when everyone like started going on it, when it became like a normal thing.
I remember like where I was. I remember
where I was too.
Yeah, where?
When I set it up. I was on vacation in Mexico.
I was also on vacation, but I was visiting my cousins in North Carolina, and my older cousin Sarah was like, "Yeah, get on this thing. Everybody's on it." And I was like, "Well, not where I live." And she was older than me too, so she was cool.
Yeah. Facebook is kind of where I started. Like, you know, there was always like the Instagram memes that you would see that were kind of like normie and whatever.
Yeah.
And I think Facebook is where I started to see like not normie memes, like memes that weren't made for the masses.
Yeah.
Like ironic.
Specific.
Yeah, like that whole era.
Ones. Yeah.
You know.
Like I feel like vaporwave aesthetics.
Exactly. So that's how I got into it, literally, because I was
you can kind of see the influence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was making vaporwave, not really vaporwave music, but I really liked the art. So I was joining a lot of vaporwave groups.
Yeah.
And then I wound up in like a glitch art group.
Oh yeah.
And then I saw like
Facebook groups used to go so hard.
And then I saw people posting memes that were like anti-memes. They were like ironic, and they were just like so
no
different.
Punchline and stuff.
Nothing about like when you go to the bathroom and you have to go, like nothing like that. Just like abstract memes that like Instagram hasn't seen yet.
Yeah.
So
and that was like my first social like marketing job, being for that real estate app and being like, we're going to be a meme account that only posts about apartments, which of course you were fundamentally like helpful, you know, just for like templates and inspo, even beyond that. But
I remember I spoke to you before.
Yeah.
You were like looking for a job.
Yeah.
What did I don't even remember what I told you. But you got the job, I guess.
You told me I could put
Oh, I told you.
You told me I could put it on my resume that I ran your Instagram page.
Right.
You're like, just say that it's you. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, why not?
And now I have a whole career. Thank you, Sonny. But the like inspo for that whole idea obviously came from like you, but also some of those like Facebook groups that there was one specifically that I remember called OSHA memes.
Oh, wow.
Where it was all memes about OSHA. And I was just like, let's do this, but like landlord tenant law. Like it was so funny and specific.
I thought you were going to say door hinge memes. Have you ever seen that page?
Good too.
Yeah, that era. There was like an era of like 2015 maybe to like 2019 or maybe 2018.
Yeah, earlier I feel like,
where there were just like the themed meme pages were going crazy.
Yeah.
But the thing about a themed meme page that's a very tight theme is that eventually like you run out of content.
Yeah. I mean, this job that I just got, straight up, the lady told me like she interviewed me because of the real estate stuff. Like, and that's what I hear in interviews all the time. People are like, I don't know how you managed to make like New York tenant law so interesting and funny. And I was like, yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, like that's the goal. What's the goal?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. What's the goal for the job? Is to be funny. How do we do it?
Yeah, and also like educating people and staying on topic. Like, okay, I think I work well with constraints like that.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yeah, it's just easier to like be a little more creative when you have guidelines.
Yeah, like if I have an advertisement that I have to do for a company, even though obviously like I would rather make it, I like to tell them to send me like ideas or
what like a mood board kind of.
Exactly, like what they're going for, because there's so many different ways you can go with certain things. And it just like makes it easier and narrows it down. Totally. You're not like searching the entire like internet for inspo.
Well, yeah, and then sometimes you put all this work into something and it's like too weird or not weird enough. It just helps to have guidelines. Yeah,
it happened to me. I was like working out a deal with a hard seltzer brand, and before I signed the contract, I paid someone to make. I had this idea for like a funny video, and I paid someone to make the video.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't end up getting the contract, and I got fucked because I still had to pay for the videos.
So you just had this video. Did you end up using it for anything?
I didn't end up using it, but the guy who made the videos said that if I want to, we can make it regular memes.
Oh,
like
okay.
Take out the branding and figure out a way to make it regular memes.
Okay, so repurpose it, but still not getting like paid directly for it.
Yeah, I could definitely still turn it into some kind of content. Yeah,
I'm sure you could.
But yeah, that was a good. This wasn't even that long ago. This was like a month ago. But I guess I just like got to a point where I was like so confident that, well, they said yes to my budget.
Yeah. And then ghosted you?
They ghosted me. And then I was like, hey guys, what's up? Are we still doing this? They were like, oh, we found someone else. Like, oh.
I really think it's like a cool move to when you're a creative who does like freelance. Maybe this is douchey, but like just be really casual over email. Cause I am. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like you'll get emails that are like, hello, are you available to blah, 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 blah? And then just being like, yeah, I got you. Sent from my iPhone.
Yeah, I'm very, I don't try to act like, you know.
I got this like 3 marketing emails from the same dumb guy in the past like month. And today I was going through my emails and I just replied, hi, stop emailing me. Thank you. Because it's one of those like real people ones. There was no unsubscribe button. I just said, hi, stop.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted.
What you looking at?
Oh, no. She just texted me, how's the podcast going?
I just see the sperm meme on your computer. Oh, yeah. Did she ever find... We were supposed to have a guest today, but she was in some kind of situation.
Yeah. Wait, what were we talking about again?
Oh, I don't know. Facebook and stuff. I was thinking, you know, a good format would be if you could make me smoke like 6 dabs and then ask me like what the worst thing I've ever done was.
Oh, do you want to hit this?
No, I'm just kidding. That's a nightmare to me personally.
Well, with Lunas, we're both sponsored by the same company, Puffco.
You're sponsored by a weed company?
I'm sponsored by the dab rig company, Puffco.
Shit.
So we're technically coworkers. So
we're coworkers.
But yeah. But I'm gonna bring the.
Don't tell Obama.
I think we might have to do weed or dabs on the pod.
We have, I don't know if you're gonna. We have to.
You might get a little secondhand action.
Are we like allowed? We're allowed to talk about weed on the podcast, right? Okay, well,
unless Obama sees it.
Remember, I'm actually gonna text it to him.
I'm gonna lose my Obamacare after this.
Does Obama follow you? What was I gonna say? I remember the first time I did a dab was when I moved to Chicago. Damn, I can smell like it's bringing me right back there. When I moved to Chicago, I was like really, really broke. Lived in an apartment that was like $300 a month, and I had a friend from high school who made his own. What do you call it? Dabs?
Concentrates.
And dabs, he would make it, and he knew I was broke, and so he gave me like $1,200 worth of oil. And it was the shittiest stuff on earth. Yeah, it was you could not see through it.
Yeah.
It was like brownish, greenish gray. And I was so broke. I would like do like knife hits off of my gas stove.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In my shithole apartment.
Yeah.
And it was the only, I couldn't afford to buy weed. Yeah. So if I wanted to get high, I mean, I guess I could have sold some.
Yeah. I mostly don't do weed. I mostly do dabs.
Yeah.
Like flower, I only smoke like when I'm with friends.
Yeah.
But if I'm
it's
by
more
myself,
social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most people don't want to take a dab.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Most people can't handle it.
Nope. Can't.
I could just like take 3 dabs and.
Yeah. You're a tank, dude. It's crazy. I would not be a good podcast host.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you guys don't like me, do you?
I think I wouldn't be a good one if I wasn't on dabs.
We're such a good team.
Well, the first one I wasn't high for. The Ace one.
Really?
I was sober.
Whoa.
I think that's the only one I did where I wasn't on weed.
Huh. Why? Why were you sober?
It was the first podcast I was ever doing.
Oh yeah, so you're like
Ace. I know Ace is kind of a straight guy.
Yeah.
So I knew he wasn't gonna be like it wasn't gonna be like a stoner conversation.
Yeah.
So
let's consider.
And I didn't want to like waste his time. I don't know. I wanted it to be good.
Well, it was good because I didn't know enough. You know? I didn't have like enough info about him.
Yeah.
So if you had accidentally gotten too high, I would have been like.
I mean, I could never get too high.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's happened like one time I ate too much edibles.
Oh yeah, I'd like to hear this story.
And it was horrible. It was literally this was probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It was the only time I ever had a bad high from weed. And we were at my friend's apartment and we were watching Curb, and I was so blasted on the edibles, and I figured out the format of the show and I hated it. It was giving me so much anxiety, the show.
Because you knew what was coming.
I was like, oh, obviously he lied. Oh, obviously they're going to find out. Oh, fuck. And we watched like 4 episodes in a row.
You're like, I can't take it. I'm writing this show as
I was just like so pissed off. I don't know why. It just like pissed me the fuck off.
That's so funny that you got too high and it made you mad at TV.
It made me mad at Curb. And I still like, I like it now, but.
Oh, that's the worst.
For that half hour, I was like, man, fuck this show. Like, what the fuck? Like, every time he's going to fucking do the same thing.
That's so funny.
Really?
I was watching a little like Seinfeld today just as like background.
Yeah.
Because
it's definitely the best.
This is so obvious, but like watching it today, I was like, oh, you can really tell that it's like a precursor to Curb.
Oh, of course.
Like it's
also like, it's one of those shows. Like I don't know if we were talking about it last time, but it's similar to Entourage where like it blurs reality and fiction.
Yeah.
Like in Entourage, there's Mark Wahlberg as Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
And there's this guy as that guy.
Yeah.
But then like the main guy, Vince, isn't a real actor.
Oh yeah, so, it's like, Adrian Grenier.
Yeah. So it kind of blurs, it really blurs the lines. And same with like Curb. Like Curb is Larry David.
But they're all playing themselves.
He's interacting sometimes with actors, but most of the times like the stories are fiction. Like
there's a French Netflix show called Call My Agent. I think in French it's 10% or something, but and it's the same kind of thing where like the main cast are actors playing characters who work at like a talent agency, but then they have like famous French people come on and play like funny versions of themselves. And as the show got further and further, they got bigger and bigger budget. So like the last episode has Sigourney Weaver, who apparently speaks pretty good French.
Damn.
It was really fun to watch, but you got to read the subtitles, which are you a captions person?
It depends.
I feel like it has meme making benefits.
If it's a different language, like I can't watch. I mean, I have before, but I watched this movie recently. It's an old French movie called 400 Blows.
Oh shit!
Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen it actually, which is surprising because I like exclusively learned French from watching stuff.
Yeah, it was the first time I actually enjoyed a foreign film because usually I can't pay attention with like the words and but you could kind of watch it on silent and
get it,
know what's happening.
Actually, like I've never seen that one, but my sweet, gorgeous boyfriend has recommended it to me. But based on you liking that, I can think of a few French movies that you might also like.
Yeah, I'm not really I like shows more because
what else have you like?
I like watching like character arcs. I feel like sometimes a movie is too short.
Yeah. Well, I started trying to watch shows less because I could stay up I could always be like, just one more, and movies end at a certain time. Yeah. But then I just end up watching another movie right afterwards.
Yeah. I have no like schedule, so I could just go.
Yeah, that's nice.
I can go all night, baby.
As you check your watch, sorry. I can go all night, baby.
I wasn't hitting on it, sorry.
He's apologizing to my in-studio boyfriend. We've been watching Homeland. Have you ever seen that?
I watched it in the beginning, and then what season are you up to?
Season 2, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think something happened in one of the seasons that I'm not going to ruin it for you because I don't want to ruin the show.
Okay, don't.
Something happened and it just pissed me off, and I was like, you know what? I'm good.
Oh shit! I feel like I probably haven't seen it yet.
And I just like gave up. Same with Walking Dead. I gave up on that show.
I didn't watch that show.
I forgot where I was, and there's many episodes that if I wanted to watch it, I would have to rewatch it. And they killed off a character
that you liked.
That I liked, and I wasn't watching it for him, but I was like, come on, fuck this show. Like,
yeah, you got mad at them.
Yeah,
like Larry David.
Yeah.
Well, I think I was watching the Bourne movies for the first time, which I
never saw those.
I had never seen them. See that. You should watch them. So
it's like watching a show at this point.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I watched the Bourne movies, and I liked that. I liked the like spy, espionage, secret government stuff. And then I watched that new Hulu show, Fleischman is in Trouble, which has Claire.
My roommate's been watching that.
Yeah, it's pretty bleak, but it has Claire Danes in it, and so like. One thing I will say
she's from Homeland, right?
Yeah. So one thing I'll say, my boyfriend's like good at like picking up on what I'm enjoying and then making like a rec.
Right.
So he was like, "Oh, okay, maybe we should watch Homeland because it's got the espionage.
No, it's definitely
got the Claire
good.
Danes. Yeah, it's wild. And I like Mandy Patinkin who plays Saul. He's have you ever seen The Princess Bride?
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, he's Inigo Montoya in The Princess Bride. That guy who says, "You killed my father."
Yeah, didn't he like
to die?
I forgot. I don't know. He's very controversial, like in real life, right?
I think he's like a pretty mellow hippie in real life.
Yeah. I mean, not controversial. I mean, like his character is like the opposite of who he is on Homeland.
Oh, I think on Homeland he's kind of like he seems like kind of like a soft, like stern father figure. But
yeah,
I watched.
I mean, like his political.
Yeah, he's not a government lover.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
we watched a few episodes of Criminal Minds, and I was like, I thought Mandy Patinkin was on this show, and I Googled it, and he had disappeared from the set, like quit without telling anyone, basically did like a no call, no show, and then later apologized and said that the subject matter was damaging to his soul.
Oh my God.
And so he wouldn't appear on it anymore.
Wow.
Because every episode is like a gruesome sex murder.
It's like Law and Order, right?
Yeah.
But what do you like better?
Oh, Law and Order or Criminal Minds? Oh, I kind of like Criminal Minds because it's the behavioral analysis unit.
Okay, I got it.
So they're like, they build profiles just based on the crime. They'll be like, this is a single father who was recently promoted. And I'm like, how do you know that? I don't know. It's cool. But they're all dumb. Police procedural shows are like, they get old quick. Yeah.
I'll tell you some movies that I watched recently that everyone probably loves. Scott Pilgrim.
I haven't seen it.
It is literally like they told the perfect story in the perfect amount of time. I didn't feel like I wanted more. They just put it
on Netflix, right?
Yeah. Really, really good movie. And I know this is very cheesy, but I just saw Wolf of Wall Street for the first time.
Oh, classico.
And it was
Margot Robbie, right?
So good. Yeah. She's not really in it that much though.
Yeah. I just think that's what I like first knew who she was.
They put her like in the marketing. I remember.
Yeah. Because she's like the only real woman in it. And it's a movie for dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's such a good movie. I mean, obviously everyone loves it. It's fucking Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese, but it was really fun watching it, like having never seen it before, but like seeing all the meme parts.
All like the things you recognize from
there's really some good memes from that. Like the dance that he does in his wedding.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that dance?
It's
like, how did he even think of that dance? There's no one who ever did that dance.
He's the first person to ever do it.
He was like, and then the scene where he's trying to open the Lamborghini door outside the country club.
Is that when he's on like Quaaludes or something?
Yeah. When they like kicked in too late or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he was like, I drove home fine. And then like the next day his car is like completely wrecked. He's like, oh.
Did you see Everything Everywhere All at Once?
No, not yet.
I just went to see it because it's back in theaters.
Really?
Yeah, and
they put it back in theaters? Damn, it must be good.
Well, I don't know. It was all right. It was kind of like I liked the message and like it was a creative plot, but I felt like some parts of the humor were like a little like,
oh, it's a funny movie?
I mean, I thought
it was like a sad movie.
It's like an emotional, like sci-fi, but fake deep comedy elements.
Is that why then it's called that because it's all the genres, or
no? It follows like the structure of the story. There's like a part 1, 2, and 3, everywhere, everything, all at once. But there's just some parts of it that are like a sense of humor that reminds me of like BuzzFeed epic bacon. Like
I hate when they try to be like trendy in TV shows.
Yeah, and it's like,
or they say like words that are popular on social media like 10 months ago.
Yeah, well, and
now they sound dumb.
Yeah, this movie just came out like maybe in the past year. This Zoe Deutsch movie called Not Okay, and it's about a girl pretending she was in some kind of like terrorist attack and getting canceled when people find out she faked it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and it was. I liked the movie, but in the movie they styled her very Gen Z, but it was so specific of the time that it's already outdated. Like they gave her the 2 blonde streaks up here, which like is already old.
Like the Fortnite.
Yeah, like nobody does that anymore. Yeah. So by the time the movie came out, the fashion
Machine Gun Kelly did it. I saw him have that haircut the other day.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I gotta turn on my Google alerts for MGK.
It was funny. Someone made a meme. I'm not hating on MGK. I don't think.
Please come on the podcast.
I don't think Eminem destroyed his career, but
what
the meme was like. It was like day 506 of getting canceled by Eminem, and it's like him with like 2 things and like a man bun, like saying
Is
that.
He still
like
with Megan Fox?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. They seem like they could break up catastrophically any moment, though.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
It seems very intense
with these Hollywood couples.
True.
You know.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think it's real. I don't think anything's real.
Do you remember when Drake dated
Nothing is
J-Lo,
real. Right.
that was not real.
Yeah.
That was a psyop
Yeah.
to distract us from something the CIA was probably doing at that time.
I think like I think J-Lo Drake was like the OG Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
now
They
if,
just
like,
pimped him out to
if
people
you need
who needed a career boost.
if you need your career like reboosted, like you date Pete Davidson and that's it. You're back in.
Well, I also think the Pete Davidson thing is like kind of legit. Like all it takes is you to date one cool woman and then you've been vetted by one cool woman. And so everyone, you know, people see you dating Ariana Grande and they're like, oh,
if she considered it,
there must be something about him.
Right.
Let me try.
Yeah.
Yeah. All it takes is one badass chick to raise your social, what's the word? Equity. I don't know. Level, status, thesaurus.
But now it's like anytime he's even literally, I see like once a week he's pictured with another girl.
Yeah.
But they automatically assume that.
Let's slut shame him.
No, but they automatically assume that he's dating all these girls.
No, yeah,
he
just because he's standing next to them.
Like, yeah,
I'm not a big fan of Peter.
No?
No.
How come?
I don't know. I don't think he's very funny.
Oh, okay. I think he's funny.
To me, he's like, oh shit, this is maybe a controversial thing. I don't really like Taylor Swift.
I don't really like Taylor Swift either.
I just feel like he gives me male Taylor Swift vibes.
Really? I don't know. I really like his like stoner comedy bits.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's good.
I guess I've only ever really like seen him be funny, like phoning it in kind of on SNL. I don't consume a lot of like stand up.
Right. I also just like look at him as like a nice guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a nice person.
Maybe
he's not. I don't know.
I could be wrong. But like I just like
I think the most
I don't get douchey vibes from him.
Yeah, I think the most I've seen him is on the Kardashians.
Really? I haven't seen the episodes with him in it yet.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't get there yet.
There were seasons where like Kanye would appear on it.
Yeah.
Like
but
less than Pete Davidson has.
Kanye wouldn't say anything. I remember he would just like sit there playing with the kids, right?
Yeah, he was pretty. There were a few seasons where he was really in it. Like I remember.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember the Met Gala where I can't believe I'm talking about this. Kim K wore the Mugler thing and it was like drippy, like all the dripping diamonds off of it with like the wet hair. There was a scene from the Kardashians right before the Met Gala where she's spent like months working directly with this legendary designer to get this thing made and fitted. And like the night before, Kanye's like, I don't want the mother of my children dressed like that in public.
Wow.
It's like, damn, dude.
And then she didn't wear it, or she still
she wore that shit.
Oh, wow.
She had like worked on it for like months at that point. But damn, like to be like, I don't want to be on this TV show, but then be like, let me be on this TV show telling my wife how to dress.
Yeah. And it's funny, but like, it's funny that they put it in because they obviously, there's so much stuff that they leave out that's psychotic.
Yeah.
Like if that's like the most psychotic thing that they let in the show.
Yeah, that is scary.
Imagine what they didn't let in the show.
Yeah, for real.
Like they controlled their image so well.
Yo, Kris Jenner is powerful.
Yeah.
She's probably actually controlling all of us.
Oh, yeah.
Where there's a simulation and she's pulling the strings.
I bet she owns our podcast and we don't even know about it.
Oh my God. She owns Hard Times.
Yeah.
Imagine. How are we doing on time? What do those numbers mean?
We got another half hour.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, we're an hour in.
Oh, nice.
Then why does it say 2?
It starts at 01.
Okay. All right.
What other questions do you have for me?
What was your favorite subject in school?
Creative writing, actually.
No way. Why?
In elementary school? I don't know. I had like a teacher that who was like motivated me to.
All it takes is a good teacher.
Yeah, really, that was it. She was just like, you're pretty good at this. Like, you just made up this whole story. I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, you should write a story about this. And like, I never really got into like writing.
Yeah.
But obviously, like,
it comes in handy in your line of work.
Yeah, it's definitely like, gave me the motivation to write funny words, I guess, Have
you ever seen that show Monk?
No, but I know.
In fifth grade, we had to write mystery books for school, and I had, I guess, flown on an airplane and seen an episode of Monk.
Really?
And I just completely plagiarized it.
Wow.
I just took the plot of an episode of Monk and I made a picture book out of it in 5th grade.
Oh
and I just thought it was such a cool reveal. Like it was like they found out I don't know, it was a dumb thing, but I was like, yeah, it's believable that I would come up with this in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
And I completely ripped it off.
And did they?
Nobody knew. Sorry, Tony Shalhoub. We should get him on the pod.
That guy. Oh, what else is he in?
He's in Spy Kids.
Yeah.
He has like 3 heads.
No, that's Men in Black.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait,
no? Isn't it Men in Black? He's the gun salesman.
Yes. He's also in Men in Black.
Yeah. Remember? But like they shoot him in the head and then his head falls off and then it grows back all weird.
But is he just like
in Men in Black?
Funky looking guy?
Yeah.
So they have him do stuff like that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. His eyes were like sideways. You don't remember?
The only thing I remember from Men in Black is that part that happens in Flushing's Corona Park.
Yeah.
Flushing Meadows. And then the guy who says like, sugar in water.
Water.
Yeah. And I have a misremembering the accent because I do a bad impression.
I watched that, what is it, a trilogy?
I think so.
I watched that trilogy like 2 months ago. Amazing. Really good. Also, I'm just saying all the best movies.
All the best movies. Okay, wait, have you seen?
Everyone loves that movie, obviously. But
did you watch? I don't feel like this is really your genre. Did you watch A Portrait of a Lady on Fire?
No.
It's in French.
No, but
so I don't think so.
Someone tried to get me to watch it.
I like that movie a lot, but I realized recently in the past year or two that like all my favorite movies are pretty sad.
Yeah.
Like pretty devastating movies.
I really liked E.T. also, Fire.
Is that a sad movie?
It's not sad.
There's like a sad part, right?
It's like, it's like up and down.
I don't really remember much about that.
Yeah, I was watching.
I think I've said this before, but like being raised by a preacher.
Oh, right.
I wasn't allowed to watch a lot of movies. So like, we had that pod where I talked the night before I had seen 300 for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Like there's still so many movies that everyone has seen that I have not. Like I haven't seen Pulp Fiction or like Fight Club.
I'm always down to, honestly, if you ever want to, I'm down. Sorry. Sorry to your boyfriend, dude.
He's doing his best.
Treating her right, man.
He showed me the whole Bourne trilogy.
She never watched Fight Club, dude? Come on.
No, I mean, maybe I don't. Maybe there's only so much he can show me, honestly. What did we watched a bunch of stuff that I had never seen before. But like sometimes I kind of bounce back and forth between like artsy movies, like, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and like wanting to see like an M. Night Shyamalan movie or some, we watch old movies every once in a while, and I really like that.
Yeah.
Like 50s, 60s movies.
Sometimes like the aesthetic of those movies is too distracting for me to pay attention. That's
old
like
ones?
with Mad Men too. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I tried to watch Mad Men. I got through like 2 seasons, but like all the stuff that was happening, it was just too distracting for me to pay attention to the story.
Really?
Yeah. And it was
the design?
The design, the constant misogyny. Not that I'm like a huge feminist.
Not that I'm a huge woman lover, but be nice to him.
but they were trying to show that there was a lot of misogyny back then.
Yeah, and it's hard for you to like put yourself in that without feeling like you're like endorsing it or being a part of it.
Yeah, but also like we get it. There's misogyny. Like how many times are you gonna
reinforce it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be like the topic that's pushing the show.
Yeah.
Like I want to know what the story is, so I just get distracted by all like the little like nuances.
Also with stuff that takes place in a different time, or even stuff that was made a long time ago, sometimes I have trouble because there will be like ultra specific references to things that I'm not familiar with. Like even watching Sex and the City now, they will name drop things like
because it was trendy back then.
Yeah, actors or like products, and I don't get the reference. Gilmore Girls even is old enough that sometimes they do that a lot. Actually, Rory and Lorelai have like love old movies, so they're name dropping people I've never fucking heard of, and I'm supposed to laugh.
I really think.
How dare you?
I honestly think that's what like tells like a good show from a bad show apart for me.
Yeah,
is like, will this make sense in 20 years if I watch it, and will I have to think about if I understand the references or not?
But I
like
also
some things are like really timeless where like they don't have that element of like under like
of being attached to a time
trend.
Period. Yeah. I also like when things are like a perfect like encapsulation of the period, like the Bourne movies.
That's what Scott Pilgrim is. It's like
that's very perfect. It's like Juno kind of, where it's like very marked by the era.
It's like there's a lot of cool visual components. It's like kind of like a video game comic movie.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know. It's a really dope movie. Obviously, everyone likes that movie. Like,
I'm
very cliche saying that, you know.
I still haven't seen it. I gotta watch it.
It's so good.
Have you seen the John Wick movies?
No.
Okay.
I need to get into those, and I need what was the other thing that
Born.
Yeah. Which one's better?
Oh, Born is like a little more story driven.
Okay.
But John Wick is more visually exciting.
Okay.
John Wick has what someone would call gun fu.
Okay.
Which is like kung fu with guns.
Wow.
And there's a fourth one coming out in March, so you could like get ready for that.
I really like,
so that we can go to the premiere with like a group of 20 people.
Hell yeah. I really like the first Matrix too. Obviously, everyone loves that movie.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Once. Maybe I
Only
finished it. Yeah. And I watched Constantine recently, also Keanu.
I never saw that one.
It's freaky, man.
Who made that movie?
I don't
Was it?
know.
It wasn't Tarantino, right?
No.
Someone important. You might know.
I'm gonna look it up.
Let's see.
I'm gonna look it up. But it had Tilda Swinton in it, who I really like.
In a world with Tilda Swinton and Keanu Reeves.
Constantine. Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Should we have Walter on as a guest? Wait, is this a
Walter's our Jamie?
Pull
that up, Jamie.
Francis Lawrence. I've never heard of this man in my life.
Me neither. Yeah.
Oh, he directed I Am Legend.
Okay.
And Water for Elephants and over 60 music videos. Oh, wait. Hunger Games. He did all the Hunger Games. That's some cred. Have you seen those?
Yes, I saw 2.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough.
Is there only 2?
There's 4. There's 4. 3, and then there's 2. Oh wait. 1. There's 1.
You're allowed to talk.
There's 3, and the third one is 2 parts.
Oh, kind of like
okay.
Twilight. There's 3, and the third one is.
Harry Potter started it, and then Twilight and Hunger Games followed it.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. We have onset experts. This is cool.
Sometimes we need it, you know.
Yeah, because I remember Twilight did that thing where it was a 4-part book, and then the last one they just split into 2 movies because they were like hungry for money.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What
No, just kidding. Sorry.
What music are you into? Because we've been only interviewing like musicians that I like, so everyone knows the music I like. But like,
what do I listen to?
What guests would you have if it was your podcast?
I mean, like realistic ones, not like dream guests.
No, dream guests too.
I mean Drake. I want Drake on. I want Drake.
Yeah,
as a friend.
I'm a big fan of. I can't keep up with his new music, but I'm a big fan of his first like few projects.
Yeah, I would like to have Drake. I would like to have Young Thug, except for he's currently detained.
Yeah.
I'd like to have Future. If
I would be able to get Young Thug if he wasn't in jail, I think.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind. free YSL.
Yeah.
And then like also, if ABBA was an option, I'd like to have ABBA.
Like isn't that like a lot of people?
It's 4 people and they're all really old and they don't like each other very much. They were 2 married couples and they both got divorces.
Wow.
And then had interpersonal beef. One of the ladies from ABBA, I found out recently, married her stalker.
Jesus.
They were married for 2 years.
Huge W for incels everywhere.
Yeah, straight up. It gave a lot of people some bad ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I listen to a lot of stuff. I think if I was gonna do some guest choosing, it'd be fun to pick some people. I guess the hard part is having them be in New York, right? Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's like some French rappers that I really like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would be hard to.
Caroline Polachek, I would like to have on the pod.
Yeah, she's on the list of people that I want to get like approach once.
I would like to have her on the pod, and then I would like us to become friends, and I'd like to be backstage.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking there. So if you can,
well, I could DM her.
Yeah, let's do that.
I could DM her. What's up?
No. Yeah, it's so funny. I was like, during COVID, I got an interface and I started recording music at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working on a cover of Breathless by The Corrs, which you might not remember, but I was enjoying making it. I was learning how to use all the stuff. I think I was texting you, asking for advice and stuff. And then she came out with a cover of Breathless by The Corrs, and she's got pipes, man. Like, not like me. I just dragged my working file to the trash. I was like, there's no reason for this.
She used to be in a band. What was it called?
Chairlift.
That's like my favorite band name ever. It's such a cool band name.
Really?
I don't know. It just sounds so cool. Chairlift.
Yeah, it is cool.
It's like
I always think of it. It always comes to mind with me with that other band, Erasure, for some reason. Like those names are similar to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like Chairlift, but her solo stuff, the production, it's Danny Harrell.
Yeah, I know.
I'd like to have him on the pod. That would be fun.
I could. We have a lot of mutual friends. I think I could get him on.
Because I vividly remember the first time I saw the music video for 212 by Azalea Banks.
Oh my! You know who's in that video?
Danny Harrell.
Lunis.
Really?
And Jack Green.
Really? Oh yeah, I knew about the Jack Green, but
Lunis is in that video.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll ask about that.
We're gonna talk to him about it.
Yeah.
Are you into like Phoebe Bridgers or Boy Genius?
I like Phoebe Bridgers. Boy Genius.
You know Boy Genius?
Yeah, and I know that they have a song called Leonard Cohen, which he's one of my favorite artists of all time.
Yeah. They just put out a new project.
Yeah. I saw the Rolling Stone cover.
Yeah. They copied like the Nirvana.
The Nirvana photo shoot. I'm trying to think what else I've been listening to. Like I really like my favorite like new rapper actually is Lotto. Do you know who she is?
No, I honestly like I go through phases where I just like I can't listen to music in general. Now I'm getting back into music, but
you took like a break.
Yeah, I took a long break. Also, when I'm working on my own music, it bothers me to listen to. I don't know. I can't explain it.
Yeah,
not
I guess
like that. I don't want to take inspiration.
Yeah,
I just don't want to like compare myself.
Yeah.
You know, to other stuff.
Well, I guess like everything I'm saying kind of reinforces this. But recently, I've been listening to like rap and old music because I'm reading this autobiography of Leonard Cohen, and they keep like name dropping, you know, him hanging out with like Janis Joplin or him hanging out with like Lou Reed, and then it makes me want to go back and like. They'll talk about him being in the studio for the recording of this song by this other guy. And I'm like, well, let me listen to that. Yeah. So it's kind of taking me on like a little tour through time.
Yeah. Honestly, I never listened to Leonard Cohen, but I always hear people say that they're like very like inspired by him or something. Is he like
he wrote Hallelujah.
Oh, right.
Which is
he like folk? Is a folk artist?
Yeah, mostly like folk. He got a little like synthy in his old age. It's really funny. He performed for a really long time, and when he got old, his voice dropped like maybe 2 octaves.
Crazy.
Like you listen to him young, and it's a whole different voice. And then he started adding like he bought a Casio and started adding like drum machines and synths to his music, and he sings like this.
That's cool.
He's like 70 years old.
I feel like every artist, a lot of artists from that era, like they always have like one electronic thing they experimented with. Like,
well, do you know who Phil Spector is?
I've heard the name.
He was this music producer who made like he did "Be My Baby" by the Ronettes. Like he was like legendary, amazing at what he did. Also, he's in jail for murder. But he did a Leonard Cohen album, and it's like the most poppy thing he ever did. Wow. Anyways, I'm nerding out about it, but I liked him. I found his writing. He was a poet first. I found his writing when I was in high school. So I've just kind of had like a lifelong devotion.
That's what it was. That's why I considered him like folk, because he was like
a writer first. Yeah, for sure.
But I actually went to this concert. Do you know the band The Sounds of Animals Fighting?
Yeah.
Did I tell you about it?
You told me you were going.
Oh yeah, Anthony Green is in it.
Yeah.
And
I'd like to have Anthony on.
I know. He said he's gonna come on.
Cool.
Yeah. But I got to see him. I spoke to him for a little bit.
It's him and then members of another band called...
Like, it's a super group, basically. Yeah. It's like RX Bandits.
RX Bandits, that was it. I was going to say Rise Against. I'm like, that's not right.
There's also, Craig Owens of Chiodos. So he's in some of the albums.
Okay.
Like, not everyone is in every album. It's very, like, scattered. And
Anthony Green is also Circa Survive?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in a lot of bands now.
I'm proud of myself.
He's also in LS Dunes, which is a new band with members of Thursday and My Chemical Romance.
Whoa.
And Coheed and Cambria. And I'm friends with like the Coheed and Cambria.
I like the too. Claudio?
No, the guitarist Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'd like to talk to somebody from Coheed and Cambria on the pod.
We're gonna, don't worry.
The guy that I had my first kiss with when I was in 6th grade played a Coheed and Cambria song at the talent show, and I thought it was so on his Schecter.
Damn. Is that a guitar?
Yeah, it's like the douche. Sorry to anyone who plays a Schecter, but it's like the douchiest,
I
most
know guitars, but I don't know
new
this
metal
one.
looking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're
like,
talking about.
there's always gonna you walk into a Guitar Center and there's gonna be some 14-year-old with like a lip ring trying to shred on one. That's the vibe. It's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. He's also in what's it called? Seosin.
Oh yeah.
Which is like a huge
I should have
band.
known that. Yeah.
He has
I remember their T-shirts more than anything
with like the butterfly or the bug.
they were all like really bright colors, but like really kind of dark graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Well,
with the skinny jeans.
You know who we have to? I mean, it's so hard to get like a band in here. Like, there's this band I told you about, Thick.
Mm-hmm.
They're from Brooklyn. It's like a girl punk band trio.
Yeah.
And like, I want to have them in here, but I don't know how we're gonna like.
It's 3. Yeah.
It's 3 people. I don't know how we would set it up.
Yeah.
I guess we could do it. What do you think? A 2-camera shot, maybe?
2-camera shot.
Yeah.
I like how
we're talking about the podcast.
Yeah, I like how our solo format so far is kind of like programming. It's fun. It's like a look behind the curtain.
Yeah, why not?
There was something else. I want to have an old person. I would like to have like an old, like kind of sort of local legend type figure on the pod.
I gotta think.
I like old people.
Yeah. Well, we definitely should.
We should just make a list.
I'm trying to think because I'm like not so into that much old music. You know what I mean?
Even if they're like an old like rave icon, like
True,
somebody
like,
who's like been in electronic music for a long time or something.
I think the oldest music that I like is like, well, I like Harry Belafonte. What is his name?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I like that's separate, but he's not really rock. But like I like The Doors is probably like the oldest rock music.
Jim Morrison did.
The Cure.
Yeah, Robert Smith. Jeff was talking about The Cure a lot, right?
And then like other than that, I really don't like any old music. So I don't know if I could like geek out. There's not that many old guys I could geek out on.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We could just find an old guy.
Oh, like a random
off the street.
Oh yeah, I know plenty of old guys.
I know tons. Let's get my grandma in here.
Yeah.
She'd be an enthusiastic guest.
Yeah. Honestly, that would be good. We should get someone who has never seen a podcast.
Yeah.
Never looked at a meme. Yeah. Never heard a song.
Okay.
Never watched
we're gonna have to travel pretty far. It'd be cool. It'd be cool to have like a random person on. I wonder do you think people will ask to be on our podcast?
100%.
Like we'll get like media requests.
Oh no, I was thinking like
strangers, random,
or like
nobodies.
people that I'm friends with who are like gonna be like, can I be on your podcast?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I wonder if maybe someday like someone's agent will email us.
Oh, absolutely.
And be like,
the way that it works is like people are gonna, like let's say they have like an album coming out, they're gonna try to see what podcasts they could get. Like managers, are gonna try to see what podcasts they can get their artists on to talk about it. Like when an artist goes on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, we're just like that.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say yes unless like I'm obsessed with the artist, obviously.
Yeah.
Or unless they're giving us money.
Sellouts. We.
It's the whole point of this, money.
If you could have any person who's no longer alive, if we could have a time travel guest, time travel. If we could have
Miller.
Okay, that's not very far in the distant past, but I understand.
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't know. I think he's a really, really great all-around artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year did he die? 2016?
2018, August.
Oh, shit. I thought it was longer
September
ago than that.
No, it's 5 years now.
I wasn't really into his music. And so maybe in the past 2 or 3 months, I read all about how he died and stuff. I had never really.
He has a lot of different eras.
Yeah.
All of his music.
I like that song, Kids.
Oh yeah, that was his beginning era where he was doing the 90s hip hop vibe.
Yeah.
Which was really cool because not that many people were doing it. It was kind of corny at that point.
Yeah.
And he did it really well.
You know who we should have on? Have you ever listened to Mr. Twin Sister?
No.
It's I know all of them. We should have the singer come. She's really cool.
I'll check it out.
Okay, cool.
Have to
They were they played Pitchfork in 2010, like that.
Oh yeah.
And that was the band I was with at that festival in Queens where Kim got robbed.
Oh right. I was at that festival too.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
As they what was it? It was a one-off thing with Post Malone and all that.
Yeah.
I was they paid me to promote the festival and they like gave
you
me free tickets.
Damn,
They put me in like the influencer section. I remember seeing like other influencers there that I knew. It's like, oh, they got you too.
I had just like, I hadn't even moved to New York yet, actually. And I'm famously bad at recognizing famous people. And I'm definitely have only gotten better being in New York. But like, you know, saw a lot of famous people. I was in like the artist section and everyone had to be pointed out to me. I didn't identify any of them.
I saw Mac Miller that day.
Really?
I mean, I saw him perform.
Oh, he
was
played
at the festival.
Damn, I did not know that.
Yeah. That was my last time seeing him live. I saw him live.
Yeah, because that was 2017 or 16.
Yeah, when he was coming up, like in the early days, like in the kids' days, I saw him do a bunch of shows in New York.
Wow.
Like when he was just starting to get big. I was really into internet rap around that time, like Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
And like all that stuff. I was way in that zone, and then I kind of.
How old are you? You don't have to say.
I'm 33.
Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to think about like our age difference when stuff came out. Like I remember I was in. Do you remember when Kush and Orange Juice came out?
Yeah, of course. I was like prime. I was a huge fan of Wiz Khalifa. I went to the concert for it.
Yeah, I remember I was it was junior or senior year, and there was this kid, and I'm going to say his full name because I don't think he'll ever see this, but if he does, he'll probably be delighted, named Corey Hawkins in one of my classes, and he was counting down the days.
My God.
I was like, that was how I got into Wiz Khalifa because I like had never heard of it really or wasn't really listening to it, and then he was so excited for Kush and Orange Juice.
It was good.
Back. It was. I was like, okay.
Wiz was really good at promoting himself online back then.
That songs, as far as I know, those songs are still not on Spotify.
No, they recently got on there like a few months ago.
Okay, for the longest time I was listening to. I like told.
It's a mixtape. Yeah,
I met somebody who worked at Spotify, and I was like, yo, why isn't Kush and Orange Juice on here? And he was like, it's on there under a wrong name. And he told me. So for the longest time I was listening to it, the artist name was like Wiz Taylor or something. I was like, thank you.
Someone snuck it on there.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That guy's probably got laid off last week among all 10,000 other Spotify employees. R.I.P.
Yeah. Are you into this band Turnstile at all?
I have heard of them and I have never listened to them.
They were all the rage at Coachella when I went last year.
Yeah, I've heard them talked about a lot.
Yeah. When I was there, like in the crowd, I saw G-Eazy in the crowd. Like watching.
I forgot about that guy.
I saw him watching Turnstile. I was like, whoa, like what world am I in?
Does he still make music?
I don't know.
What happened to Yellow Wolf?
Yellow Wolf. Oh, he's had like lots of ups and downs and like
I remember Don't
genre.
Make Me Go Pop the Trunk.
No, that was a good that was a really trunk music. That was a good mixtape.
Yeah.
I think he does rock music now, right?
Well, I remember
I think he switched it up.
He was
a pro skater first.
He was one of the people who did like the collabs with Travis Barker.
Oh yeah,
I remember that for sure.
Yeah, you remember who's that other guy? Fuck, Corbin? No, not Corbin. Another guy who was like a rapper at that time. That he was kind of like an emo rapper. Back then.
Spooky Black. His name is Corbin.
Not him. Someone else.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
I thought I had.
It was. You're right about that, but no, it was someone else. It was like he kind of looked like. You remember when Spider-Man was emo? He kind of looked like that.
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know who it is.
When Toby looked emo.
When Toby looks like
that guy. He has like a one-word artist name or whatever.
What happened to Trick Daddy? You remember Trick Daddy?
Yeah.
He's on Love and Hip Hop.
He's on Love and Hip Hop?
Is he?
God bless our fact checker over here.
Yeah.
Damn, get Walter on the pod.
Wait, now I gotta figure out this guy's name. I'm gonna find it because I know he has a song featuring. Oh no.
Were you ever into like all that Chicago, like drill, when drill was having a moment?
I was into Chief Keef.
Yeah.
But I don't really like.
I just saw a video of him doing maybe it was Don't Like with a live symphony orchestra behind him. It was it brought me to tears.
That sounds nice.
I liked that. I liked King Louie a lot, and both of them got featured on Yeezus.
Did he pass away, King Louie?
No, he's still around.
Oh, okay.
I still follow him on the gram. But that was like the first album where Kanye didn't credit any of his features, so I just had to like figure it out.
Which one, Yeezus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because before that it was like featuring Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj and stuff. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait, that's King Louie on this song, but there's no features written on any of the track lists.
Which song was he on?
I don't remember.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah,
King Louis is on one and Chief Keef is on another.
He had the Bon Iver guy, Justin Vernon, and Chief Keef on the same song.
Yeah, he did.
Which is like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Didn't it win a Grammy that year? Yeah.
Amazing song.
Such a good song.
But yeah, like in what world would those two people ever work together?
I think I Am a God had King Louis on it.
Oh.
I can't remember, but I remember.
I really like Yeezus. I know I hate Kanye right now.
Yeah, but no, that album.
Never like him again, I think.
Banged. That
album is so good.
And I was living in Chicago and like most of my friends were like, as is true of like a large part of the social situation in Chicago, like guitar, like garage rock, like, you know, like Twin Peaks, that band and stuff, or like Whitney. And they hated how much I was listening to Yeezus. It came out and I was like, if I'm the only person you know with a car, okay, I'll take you to buy cigarettes, but we're listening to Yeezus. Like, and they were upset.
What's there to hate? I don't get it.
I don't know. It was like, you know,
I guess it's like back then it was unlistenable, but now it's like,
to me it never
not
was.
Unlistenable, but like unlistenable to the average ear. Like I remember one time I was DJing in art gallery. I used to like DJ a lot for like dumb shit. I was DJing at an art gallery and I played the song Bound 2.
Yeah.
And you know when when that part comes in?
Yeah.
Literally the whole room
People left?
No, like it was so loud the way that the song is mixed.
Yeah.
That part was so loud.
Yeah.
That everyone in the room like abruptly looked at me like I broke something because the song is like very mellow before that. Like and there's no bass.
It comes out of nowhere,
And then I knew.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's what's so fun about the album.
I was like embarrassed because like I was like I probably should have like found a remix or something.
Yeah. Well, there's all these like production twists and turns in it that are so fun.
I like that. It's like that's what I mean by like unlistenable. Like it's like
Well, I don't like when I'm listening to an album and I'm like, this sounds a lot like track 3 to me. Like I want to like go on a journey.
Yeah, I like how like filthy Yeezus sounds, but like clean at the same time.
Well, it reminds me of like that, like, you know, it's kind of not a direct comparison, but like a lot of like the like punk, like hardcore that I was listening to when I was a kid that was like, they didn't have fucking any understanding of mixing, mastering, production. Like he's trying so hard in that album to be different that it sounds almost like amateur in a really cool way. How it switches up. There's like no rhythmic rules or anything.
Yeah.
Damn.
I also really like, I mean, I like most of his albums.
Yeah.
After his last album that I liked was Yay. Anything after that, I don't really like at all.
What's like a no skip album for you of all time?
From Kanye?
Just in general.
Oof, in general, let me think. I think that's a really hard one. I'll tell you right now. Let's go through my
your liked albums.
My artist library.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There was in 2017 Future released 2 albums on the same day, or like one after the other in 2 days, and one of those is no skips for me. It was the one that Draco. Do you remember that song? No. Damn, what the fuck was the other single on that album?
I don't know. I never
Mask Off. Remember Mask Off?
Oh yeah.
It was the same day as that he released another album. Mask Off album was
something Hendrix.
Yeah, so there was
Future Hendrix.
One album was called Hendrix, and that one was like kind of softer, like more like ballads, like, you know, the Future that is
Honest?
like drinking. That was after that, but I love that song too.
Yeah,
the Future that's like drinking codeine and like thinking about his ex. That album, no skips for me. So good. It's got like a Weekend feature at the beginning.
I like this song that he has with Young Thug, Relationships.
Yeah,
with the music video. The girls
in a
got
relationship
wild.
with all my bitches. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was from Beautiful Thugger Girls, and I went to see Young Thug play that whole album all the way through at the PlayStation Theater in Manhattan,
Times Square.
And also, I did not realize until much later that there's a Bright Eyes sample on that album.
Which one?
On Beautiful Thugger Girls by Young Thug. The song Me or Us.
I'm trying to think who produced that.
It samples First Day of My Life by Bright Eyes.
Jesus. So a no skip album for me. I mean, obviously, like, first one that comes to mind is like Enema of the State by Blink-182.
Yeah.
Another one that's a huge one for me is Kevin Crowder's album.
Oh, Kevin, I know him.
I know that album.
I don't remember what it's called, but I know the album art. I'm picturing it in my head.
I'll tell you which one it is.
Should we have Kevin on the pod?
I really want to. It's called Toss Up.
Yeah, that's good.
That album literally, like, it has so many. Some songs sound like the Beatles. Some songs sound like MGMT.
Yeah,
that's like pure, like
the
nice,
production is really good
pop.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an Indiana boy.
And then there's this band Wet. I think
listen to them.
All of their albums. Oh, I have to get her. I would love to have her or them. It's a band. I think every album they've made, and the XX also, every album they've made has been just like no skips for me.
That Young Thug Jamie XX song.
Oh yeah,
that's like top. Like I
love DJing that song.
I'll never get tired of hearing
so fun.
that song, and it has Pop Can on it too.
Yeah.
Yo, good times.
Yeah.
And the podcast ends.
All right. I guess we can wrap up there.
You want me to sing us out? Oh, are we good? Do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you later.
If you're lost, you can look and you will find me.